Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome in if you're new. This is Artsy Wednesday, and what I have here on the gel plate is I have already from my last I believe it was my last video where I did kind of a haul video, and I'm gonna grab a couple of things here real quick. There we go. And so what I have down on the plate right now is called Liquid Layers, and it is a design by Caleb. He's a new designer at PM Artist Studios. He is the grandson to Patricia, and so if I have that correct, but he is related, and if I remember correctly, he is I can't remember exactly the relationship, but I know that they're family. But yeah, this is the stencil that I used here. So this is the one layer, and this is the second layer, and you can see that I do have both layers on here. Let me see if I bring it up a little bit closer, you can kind of see the different layers on there. So there is a challenge that Caleb has put out for any of us that have purchased his stencil to create something using his stencils and stuff. So this is one of the prints that I had done using his stencil from the previous video. So I thought I might add to this using another stencil or using the other layer which I think this one, I'm trying to think. Yeah, this is this layer. So if I then come in on with this one and on top of it put this layer on top, then we might get something like that, and I think that might be neat. Might do something with that on this one, because there's just too much white on this piece of paper. But I might bring in my bigger plate, my 12 by 12 plate, so that way I can make sure that I get full coverage on that. But with what I have here on my plate, I was kind of thinking, because I also got this stencil here, which is a PM Artist design, and it's worn gauze. And I thought I might do this on top. So if I do that, then that's what it will look like. And I think that would be neat, because you would have both layers of Caleb stencil plus the gauze showing through as well. But I gotta think of a color that I want to use that so think I'm gonna use, I have this golden, I have some of these golden iridescent paints. And I'm trying to think of which one. Now this one, I did add some water to it just to make it a little more fluid. But I think I'm gonna go with one of these two. I think I'm gonna go with the gold. Okay. Flip this over so we can kind of see what it's going to look like. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over and let it dry. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my big plate. And I'm not worried about what's on there because I'm just going to use it basically just to hold this print down. Because we said, yeah, we wanted to use this one to come in. Actually, yeah, because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead I'm gonna bring my little plate in and I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Because I think I'm going to kind of get some of this off so that way There we go. I'm not gonna try and get this clean, but I just wanted everything clean enough that it won't interfere and stuff. I'm just gonna basically be using this as a palette. Okay, that should be good enough for now. Because like I said, I'm just going to be using this as a palette. And I'm going to be doing kind of a dabby, spongy kind of technique here. So let's see here. I have these Dilutions paints, so I thought maybe I can use these because I've got a bunch of these paints that I just want to just get used up, because there's some paints that I want to get, but my space is limited right now on being able to store paint. So I thought, well, there's any way that I could use up some of my paints, then why not get them used up? That way they don't go to waste. And then I can make room for the new ones I want. Plus, this gives me a chance to play. So that's what I thought anything I would do today is just kind of play around with some of these. I even have some of my distress paints that I thought I might use as well. And as you can tell, you can still see, I know it looks a lot darker on screen than what it really is, but you can still see through. There we go. You can still see through the colors. And this is another reason why I want to use up these paints, because they are so messy. Okay. Actually, let me pause you for a moment and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just went to get some water because I might use a brush at one point, so I wanted to have some water just in case, so that way I can put my brush in it if I decide to use a brush when I'm done using it. So I hope everybody is doing well. I'm doing good. I'm finally and everything kind of feeling kind of ready and stuff to get back into getting back into my normal kind of routine and kind of doing things and see. I want to get back to getting back into doing my arts and having fun and okay, now this is everything that Ranger Tim Holtz Distress Paint, and this is Festive Berry. Let me just, because I know I haven't, yeah, that's what I thought. I haven't used all of these, so I haven't opened them all up yet. Let me just keep that out so that way if I need to put some more down. And then what I might do is I'll take the stencil off once I'm done. And then what I might do is come back in with a marker and then do some marks with yeah, I need a little bit more out here. And everything, do some kind of some mark making with my marker, my pen. And do some like outlining. But the reason why I thought of this is because this way you get all of the different colors, but you can still see the shape and everything, the layer behind it. You can still see those shapes come through. That's the reason why. And so if I'm choosing these colors that are kind of transparent, and by dabbing them on like this, and then you get a very thin coat. So the thinner the color goes on, then the more chance that what's underneath it shows through. And that might be what I might outline. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll these out. Over there. And let's see. What colors do I want to bring in? I don't want it. Aged mahogany. I might do that one next. Ooh, now I like that. I like the way that came out. And it picked up some of the stuff that was left on this plate. So, that's pretty good. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I think I have. Thought I had some more of those. But I'm not sure where they're at. So I'm just going to go ahead and just use a brush. Okay, that is, that is a little bit on the dark side. Yeah, that's kind of... That one's a little bit on the opaque side. Okay, so we won't use that one. So let me go ahead. Okay, so we won't use that one. So we need to stay with lighter colors. And this one is Rusty Hinge. Yeah, I don't know about that one either. I don't know, I think applying it with the brush is what's making it let's see. I do have some water, so maybe if I add a little bit of water and maybe thin it out a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Thinning it out a little bit with the water kind of helped. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. And let's see here. And this is Wilted Violet. And we might need to add a little bit of water to this one as well. Sorry if I've gone quiet on you. I'm just trying to, just focusing here and trying to kind of seeing how this is coming out and seeing what I want to do next. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add some water to this and see if that'll thin it out to where it'll behave like the others. Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and wear that one out. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and lift the stencil. Very gently to reveal what we have. And this is what we have now. So, see, so everything is on this side, but you can still see as it dries and stuff, you can still see. I know it's kind of hard with the way this lighting is, but I can definitely still see everything underneath except for there and there, which I can still barely see it. But when I come back in with a pen and then do some outlining on some of those shapes, then you will be able to really be able to see those. Let me go ahead and, oops, what did I get for leaving the paper down on this? Okay. So now look at my stencil. Woohoo! And then I have that brayer off. So I got 2 brayer offs that time. Can't lay it on top of that because that one's still wet. And I got pulled that. I got that brayer off. And I got that, the brayer off and a flap off. So, I'll go ahead and move this stuff out of the way. And I am going to be rearranging things here in the craft room again. But I think this time around when I do, it'll make it a lot more easier and a lot more better for me to be able to craft and to be able to do things and to show things. So I can go ahead and peel this off. I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. And I think there, now you can still, you're starting to, as it's getting drier, you can start seeing, because I can tell that there's still some areas that are still a little wet, but you, in a lot of the areas and stuff like here, you can still see, and here you can see what's underneath, and then of course in between you can see them as well. So I'm going to be doing, once this is completely dry, I will be coming back in with a black marker and doing some pen work and some stuff, and I will be posting a picture of this on my Facebook page, and also over on Makers of Mixed Media and Artists Facebook group as well. So if you're a member over there, you'll be able to see a picture of the final project as well. Plus, over there, there will also be a link back to this video as well. So, yeah. So, and also, I will also post, on my post tab, a picture as well of this, once, it's complete. So, thank you everybody for joining me while I work on this and try something totally new. Please check back on my post tab, my Facebook group, and to see how the final outcome is. So yeah. So thanks everybody. Bye.